Welcome back, everyone, to the Bears From Plays YouTube channel. Today is Monday. It's April 21st, and I'm back bringing out some more plays and props for the NBA playoffs. Only two games on the docket, Pistons and Knicks, then Denver and Clippers. Going to break down both those games, talk about a little bit of game number one for both of those sides as well. Before we do that, Boston minus 13.5, down one at the half, come out hot in the second half, played much better defense. Magic couldn't keep up offensively. They win the game, I believe, by 17 points. Rockets just started 13-5 right now in favor of them. About 6 minutes in, they're playing really good defense. Neither team knocking down a lot of shots. So looks like it might be a low-scoring game. Not looking good for Jalen Green if that's the case. For a low-scoring game, he shot twice. He has no points so far. And then Desmond Bane, you want to talk about an absolute ass-kicking. That's going to be a 4-0 sweep. There is no, I don't mean, this is just me, my opinion. I don't think there's any way that the Grizzlies can come back from that. They lost by 51 points in the opening day playoff game. They'll probably play better a little bit in the next game, but I don't see the Thunder losing a game in that series, and I don't see myself betting on any of those games for that series as well. So Desmond Bane put up 12 shots, made three. You can argue he had enough shot attempts to go over the points. He just couldn't make any shots. Had a three at the end of half that went in and out, a toilet bowl. Then he had the three at the half where he got called for a foul, or someone got called. I think Alex Caruso got called for a foul. Desmond Bane was going to the line to shoot three, but then they reviewed it and ruled it an offensive foul. So he had 6 points taken off the board in the last 25 seconds of the first half, which really sucked. So 1-1 right now. Rockets money line, Jalen Green pending for the plays on Sunday night. But let's go take a look at the plays for Monday. Pistons going up against the Knicks. Have the Pistons hat on. I'm taking the Pistons. I think they win this game outright. A little bit of a wake-up call in the fourth quarter in the last game. I will talk about it a little bit. Pistons, they looked like the Pistons between the first quarter with about 4 minutes left and the third quarter with about 2.5 minutes left. And then from there, it was scared basketball by the Detroit Pistons. It was disgusting. Lack of effort, lack of energy, lack of defense. And I'm sorry to Dennis Schroeder and to Tim Hardaway Jr., whenever a team's going on a 21-0 run, those are not the two guys that I want taking shots. I want the ball in Kate Cunningham's arms. That's all I wanted. I wanted in Kate Cunningham's arms. Give it to Duran down low. Let Malik Beasley shoot a couple threes. And I'm going to give credit to Bickerstaff because I believe he called 3 timeouts in that 21-0 run. At least 2 timeouts that I remember. It could have been 3 in that 21-0 run. He was telling his boys, calm down. It's fine. Calm down. It's fine. They got killed in that 21-0 run. Made a little bit of run in the fourth quarter to make it a 7-point game, and then they just started fouling for no reason with 1:11 left, pushing and shoving and, disgusting basketball by the Pistons in the fourth quarter. But they competed it. They competed it. They compete in the first quarter, second quarter, and third quarter. They just had that 21-0 run. You can't let that happen against the Knicks. I could argue that the Pistons are the better team. And I think I can die on that hill. The Pistons in this series, I think they are the better team. I think they take this game. I think this series is going to go 7. And I think the Pistons could win it. I'm going to take the Pistons plus 7 as the first game pick of the day. Second play, Denver and the Clippers. This one was interesting. Clippers go up by 15 points. Usually we do not see the Clippers blow a 15-point lead because they've been so good defensive this season and so good offensively, efficiency at least for the Clippers on this season. But the Denver Nuggets, second quarter, they came out back a little bit. Late in the third quarter, came back a little bit. Early in the fourth quarter, came back a little bit. All of a sudden, the game was tied. They were up. Russell Westbrook hits that corner three, and then Russell Westbrook turns the ball over to go to overtime. That game shouldn't have gone to overtime. Nuggets should have won that game in regulation with Jamal Murray and Nikola Jokic or somebody cutting. I will say this about the Nuggets. I like that they were doing offensively. There was a ton of action cutting towards the basket. Christian and Westbrook and Murray and Gordon, everybody who was sitting in the corner, usually you see a rotation on the baseline. It was just a cut straight to the bait. It was a cut straight to the free throw line or in the paint. They would find it. They would dish off. Nikola Jokic was playing really well, kind of as a point guard in that game. But I like the Nuggets once again. I think that they have this Clippers team figured out. If they can make a 15-point comeback on this Clippers defense, they can easily win this series. And I think they're the better team. Nikola Jokic, Jamal Murray have themselves big games once again. James Harden and Kawhi Leonard was pretty good. Zubac also pretty good. I just don't think the Clippers have enough to compete with the Nuggets. I think the Nuggets are the better overall team and take the money line at home for the second game there. For the player props, going with Cade Cunningham. The young man, first playoff experience, he needs to step up. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. 21 points, 21 shots, unacceptable shooting, 8 of 21, had 12 assists. He was getting his teammates involved. You got to be a little bit selfish in the playoffs if you're the best player on the team. Ask Anthony Edwards that. Anthony Edwards made a name for himself. The first time he was in the playoffs, he was the best player on the court. Now he's one of the best players in the NBA. Cade Cunningham has to do something similar. Everybody thinks Cade Cunningham's a very good player. He needs to go from very good to great to superstar. This is a time to do it. Your first playoff experience, I understand. You want to get the team involved. You want to make sure you win the game. But you got to shoot a little more, and you got to make more shots. 21 points is not going to cut it for this Pistons team. He needs to be in the 30s in this game, and I think he will do it going up against the Knicks. The Knicks defensively, they were very, very good in the third quarter and the fourth quarter, but they were not great in the first quarter and the second quarter. They lacked defense at times. They lacked effort at times. They went on that 21-0 run. They were locked down defensively in that 21-0 run. But again, taking mid-range shots and letting Dennis Schroeder and Tim Hardaway Jr. take most of your shots in that run is unacceptable. Cade Cunningham needs to have the ball in his hands. I think he will have the ball in his hands in this game. Going to do everything they can to tie this one up 1-1, 26.5 points for the first play of the day. And then the second play, again, I'm going to make an argument that a lot of people are probably not going to like. Jamal Murray, hate his guts. I do. In the regular season, he's not a good point guard. I can make an argument he's bottom 10 in the league for point guard in the regular season, but something happens in the playoffs with Jamal Murray. He's one of the best point guards in the playoffs. Some players have that switch that they know they're in the playoffs, they know it matters, and they just play a little bit better. He was 7 of 20 from the field. He should not be shooting 20 times with this Nuggets team. They have so many players. The Nuggets, they have Michael Porter Jr., they have Christian Braun, they have Nikola Jokic, they have Aaron Gordon. They have so many players that can score points. Jamal Murray probably should not be shooting 20 times per game in the playoffs, but he did, and because he did, that's why I'm going to take the over 19.5 points going up against the Clippers. He demanded the ball in the fourth quarter. Players like that, you got to back, especially over their total points. So I'm going to go over 19.5 points for Jamal Murray in game number 2 going up against the Clippers. Let's go to the recap graphic for tomorrow. We're going to be taking the Pistons +7. I'm seeing now it's the +6.5. So Pistons +6.5. We'll see what it's at in the morning. I will grab it in the morning. Nuggets money line, they are still +1.5 right now. It's just going to take them on the money line. Jamal Murray over 19.5 points. That one is still at 19.5 points at -117. And then Cade Cunningham over 26.5 points is sitting at -104 as we speak. Those are the 4 plays. Guys, if you enjoyed the NBA content, please sure drop a like this video and subscribe to the channel below. See you guys next video, and thanks for watching.